Hello, my name is Brandon Baldwin and I'm the lead writer for NevenTale, and I'd like to take a minute to talk about our vision for the lore behind Neven and how we developed it to fit a user-generated MMORPG experience. Now, before we set out to create the NevenTale fantasy universe, we knew we wanted to create an extremely detailed and engrossing world for the players, not just to experience, but also one that was worthy of them taking the time to expand themselves. We felt that many other games cut corners when it comes to designing the game world, but we wanted NevenTale to be more thought out and more detailed than any game universe ever created. We wanted to explore ideas such as what sets each region apart from the others, how was the government formed and how does it function, how is the currency backed and minted. These questions and many more will be answered in the NevenTale universe. The Never-Ending Tale takes place in the Republic of the Dual Continent, made up of 27 independent states, spanning an area of over 15,000 square kilometers. Of course, a landmass this large will not be put into the game overnight. It will require many hours put in from both the players and the developers, and it will be done in small pieces that are eventually merged together to create a massive game world. Each state will have its own culture, traditions, materials, and resources, which uniquely influences its political power within the Republic and its economic standing with the other states. For example, each city will include marketplaces filled with different farmers selling produce grown only within that region or the surrounding regions, an arms dealer selling weapons made from the type of ore mined only within that region and that can be acquired only within that state. Some states will be very wealthy, others will be very poor, some will have rare mineral exports, and some will only be filled with farmers. The fantasy universe will be so diverse that each major city will be filled with NPCs practicing almost every profession needed for a society to function. There will be jailers, healers, herbalists, bankers, bakers, barbers, blacksmiths, brewers, bartenders, cleaners, actors, mayors, senators, fishermen, architects, and many more, each with their own place in the world, sometimes selling items, sometimes sending players on quests, and sometimes helping players resolve quests. There will be over 30 global organizations common throughout the Republic, some of the main ones being the United Mage Association, the Bankers Association, the Hunter Brotherhood. Each organization will have a backstory linking it to the world, key characters, story arcs, and quests that can be completed by the player. Some of these organizations are going to be crucial for player advancement, such as receiving training and specialized skills that are only taught by certain NPCs within an organization once the player has joined it. Quests within a city can vary from helping an arms merchant locate and arrest a thief who stole a valuable weapon, to resolving trade disputes between merchants, to uncovering political corruption that involve multiple states within a region, to setting out with a member of the Hunter Brotherhood to slay an abomination that has crossed over from Nether into Neven. Because the world is so diverse, there are limitless opportunities for players to create new quests and side stories based on the content that the developers have already put into the fantasy universe. Throughout the Kickstarter, we will uncover small portions of the lore and dive into what makes the world tick. I hope you enjoyed this video and will support us as we set out to create the Never-Ending Tale.